It's Loving the Strange with Carrie Jones and Shaun Farrar. Loving the Strange, a podcast for weirdos and those who want to be weirder. Embrace the strange. New episodes every Saturday, live streaming Fridays. Loving the Strange. Check us out. Hey, welcome to Loving the Strange. We're sitting down. A little late.
I made it. That was fun.
Yeah. But you know what, honey? In your making it, you failed to shut the door between our two spaces. So I have to go shut that. So
But you don't even have the dogs in your office.
I know, but you're echoing. And so we need to create that thing.
What's better than hearing what I say more than once?
Jesus. Did you hear that?
Yeah, everybody heard that.
Okay, well, edit that out. All right, it's all fine. All right, we're gonna start. Hey.
No. That's awesome. Hey, Dee Harris.
No. We're gonna start over right now.
Carrie said a bad word.
To be fair, I love my husband more than you can possibly imagine, but he's been a little difficult today. He's been walking around the house going, I am the talent. I am the talent. I am the talent. And
you started it.
And I'm a little cranky. It's a little hard to deal with after a while, that ego. Man, that ego.
Jealous.
I got very jealous. I got envious, because envy is nicer than jealousy.
Hey, you made the post. Take it down, baby. Take it down.
Anyways, starting over again.
Baby, wait, hold on. One second.
Oh, let me start over, babe.
I want to say this. It's important. I want everybody to know you are the talent.
No, honey, you're the talent.
Yes, you are.
We all know you're the talent. It's just that you don't need to know you're the talent quite so much.
You are the Musk to this Tesla. Okay?
What?
Musk
the Elon Musk?
Exactly, to this Tesla. You are the
like
Bezos
this as a child? Were you
to
like
this Amazon.
Oh, my Lord, help me.
All right? Come on, baby. Get it together.
I can't. I've already sworn. Which really shows how beyond myself I am right now. And
I know any of us that were wearing headphones definitely heard it.
Will you just stop? I write books for children. I'm a very good person.
Oh, yes, you are. I can't deny that.
Anyways, welcome to Loving the Strange. Hopefully Dee's the only one who's witnessing this right now. Honestly.
Apparently she is.
And I really hope that stays that way, because we are having an off night. There's a big storm outside. It's pouring rain. Shaun is going around saying, I am the talent. And
we have a household with no children for the first time in like a year and a half. Ever.
We have no little babies in the house at night, and so Shaun has just lost it. Like the freedom and independence is too much.
We're trying to have fun and not be all stupid worrying parents at the same time.
And thus I said a swear word.
Is that your accountability for your? I mean, it wasn't just swear word, baby. It was the F-bomb.
Okay, can we not talk about it? Just not talk about it. Let it go.
I mean, literally the F-bomb.
You say the F-bomb every 5 minutes. I say
that's
once a day.
Because I loved it.
Ooh.
It's the best word in the world for many reasons.
No, it's not. You know what the best word in the world is?
It is the very most powerful word in the world.
Love is the best word, man, not the F word.
You know what? You're right.
All right.
I gotta agree with you.
Can we move on?
The F-bomb is a close second.
We can't move on to the podcast.
Because love and the F-bomb kind of go together. What?
Well, Steve Waddell, my co-author, was like, Carrie dropped the bomb. It's a hard day for me.
She did.
Oh, man.
See,
Steve, much like Shaun, loves the F word.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It's like...
I did, Fiona.
There's no other word in this world that has so many connotations as the F-bomb. Think about it.
I know.
You know, that's why I use it every 12 seconds, because I can.
He does.
Because I can. It fits. It can be appropriated for anything.
When I was an emergency services dispatcher, part-time.
Is that your disclaimer now?
Yeah.
Part-time.
Yeah. Part-time. It wasn't a real one. Like I did it for real, but it was part-time. Anyways, everyone made fun of me for never swearing. And they were like, you'll swear by the end of this. You'll swear, blah, blah, blah. But no. You know what made me swear? Being married to Shaun.
What? I have a very similar story, actually.
Really?
When I was in like high school, people used to make fun of me because I did not swear. I would say like fudge stickle instead of the word you said a minute ago. I'm not lying. No, I'm not lying.
Adorable. That's adorable, Shawnee.
And then just about the same time I might have started drinking alcohol, I started cussing. And I fell in love with it quick.
See, it
coursed through my veins.
It took me decades.
And made me feel so good.
Okay. Anyways, it took me decades. It
took me to teach you how to cuss, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did. And John Bell, Shaun's friend from high school, said that's correct. He never swore. Shawnee, we're more compatible than I realized. We were both goody-goodies in a certain way.
I wasn't necessarily a goody-goody, but you know what it was? I thought swearing made you sound
swearing
made you sound less intelligent.
Oh.
And now I realize that if you use it appropriately, especially the F-bomb, it makes you sound uber intelligent.
Yeah, did I sound uber intelligent at the beginning of the podcast? I don't.
Oh, you sound a little bit pissed off, but whatever. Nobody's judging, baby.
Everybody's judging. Fiona says it's actually the opposite. Thanks, Fiona. You are.
No, I think she's agreeing. I think she's agreeing with me. Yeah. I think she's saying that to swear does not make you less intelligent.
No, I think there's studies that say you're actually maybe more intelligent if you cuss
That's
a lot.
biased. That is so full of bias.
Really?
I can tell you.
All right. So, anyways, we've now wasted 8 minutes because I swore at the beginning of the podcast.
It's never a waste, my lovely.
And do you want me to intro?
Wait. No, can I say one thing first?
Exasperated face, baby.
I have been trying for years, like probably a decade or more, to try to get her to say the F-bomb. And I have been successful in a couple of times, but this is the first public explicitive that she's. Oh, look at that!
Okay, so for those of you who are only listening and not watching and can't see the chat, Fiona said you're more intelligent if you swear. And I do swear. I just proved it. I just don't swear in public. Because I'm a lady.
It took me a long time to train her how to do it.
Quote, unquote. Oh my gosh. I think I swore in high school a little bit, honestly. But I always sounded ridiculous saying it. Like, it was like you're like 3-year-old trying to swear. Like, people would pat me on the head and laugh. Like, I just didn't do it very well.
I can see that.
Yeah, I didn't do it very well. Anyways, welcome to the podcast. This podcast episode is not about swearing.
No, but maybe it should be.
but it probably should have been. And maybe that's what we'll do next week. But we won't be able to say the words because we don't want to get banned.
By who?
The gods of Facebook.
Nah.
Yeah. Dee said that when you say the F-bomb, it just makes you feel better. Okay, we're definitely going to have to talk about swearing next week.
I couldn't agree more. I feel so good when I drop the F-bomb on somebody.
My favorite thing to ever say was F you effing F, because I think that's just fun.
But you know what? When Carrie says it, it's like you just gotta laugh.
See, that's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
so unnatural. It's like, fuck you. Oh.
You said the word. You said the word, Shaun. Oh, no.
Wait a minute. Because 5 minutes ago, you said it yourself.
I wasn't on camera.
But you were off. Trust me.
I didn't think anyone had heard it. Oh, man. All right, now we're restarting the podcast once again. Ready? Ready?
Here we go.
Hey, welcome to Loving the Strange. And this week's episode, we're going to talk about dreams that turn out to be prophetic or psychic or whatever you want to think, right? So, psychic dreams that foretell the future. Are they sleep disorder or are they something more? Some people think of it as a glitch in the matrix. Did you know that, Shawnee?
No.
Are you there, Shawnee? Okay.
I'm here. That wasn't one of the things I read, actually, a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, man. So, all right. So there is this guy, Dr. David Ryback. And way back in 1986, before any of us were born, he wrote an article called Future Memory as Holographic Process, a scientific model for psychic dreams. Right? And in that, what? Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
When was this written? I'm sorry.
1986.
Way back before any of us were born, you said.
Yes, I did.
You're so kind.
And you're only just catching them now, babe?
Thank you. No, I wanted to make sure I heard it correctly.
You heard it correctly, just like you heard the F-bomb correctly. You heard it correctly.
I love it when you cuss. God, I love it. Anyways, roll on, baby. Roll on. Roll on.
I don't think I can do the podcast this week. It's just a little too much for me, man.
Carrie's had a little issue.
I'm having some issues. Okay.
She's been jealous today.
All day. Because Shaun just walked around saying, I am the talent. I am the talent. You do all the work and I am the talent.
Baby, what's the podcast about? Damn it.
Once again, it is about dreams and potentially psychic dreams. And Dr. David said in 1986, he had an article called Future Memory as Holographic Process, a scientific model for psychic dreams. That sounds very intellectual, much like our podcast, right? Very intellectual, because we swear. So he said in that article, and all the links to everything we mentioned will be in carriejonesbooks.blog and in the podcast notes, blah, blah, blah. All right, so he said in that article, psychic phenomena are only byproducts of the simultaneous-everywhere matrix, period. Individual brains are bits of the greater hologram. They have access under certain circumstances to all information and the total cybernetic system, right? So he's basically saying that when we have a psychic dream, if they exist, he would say they exist, that we're just like glitching into the matrix, like we're catching up on other people's energies, which is what I have said to my daughter Emily for her entire lifespan. I'm like, no, psychic people are just hitting on some other people's energies. That's all it is. And apparently that wasn't really wise or innovative of me because Dr. David said it back in 1986. And so some people have dreams in which they see things. What are you doing there? You all right over there?
Keep talking, baby. Keep talking.
Okay, so some people have dreams where they maybe predict the future, maybe see other people's realities potentially, or possibly it's just a sleep disorder and not psychic at all. I'm not quite sure where Shawnee comes down on this, but I can tell you a tiny story. I can tell you a tiny story from my own past, if you want.
Go for it.
Should
baby.
I? All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I just want to make sure you have time and space to talk to, buddy.
I got that 24/7 love.
Yeah, you do. All right. So when I was a little kid, the Space Shuttle Challenger blew up, right? And are you laughing? Why are you laughing already?
No, you wrote. Go, baby, go.
All right. So when I was a little kid, the Space Shuttle Challenger blew up, and it was. I grew up in New Hampshire, and one of the people on the Challenger shuttle was a teacher named Krista McCullough, and Krista McCullough was like the civilian who got to go along on the space shuttle. One of my friends, Martha. Oh my gosh, I forgot Martha's last name. But Martha, her dad, Landry, her dad was a science teacher in our school. And he was like a semi-finalist, and he almost got to go. And Martha was really bummed out. And Krista McCullough looked exactly like my sister Debbie, who's a lot older than I am. Sorry, Debbie, but you are. And like they looked a lot alike. And my uncle Gary worked for NASA, right? And he was in charge of all the communications for the Space Shuttle Challenger. And the night before the Space Shuttle Challenger went up into the air, I had this dream, and I woke up and told my mom this dream. And then I told a couple of my friends in high school, because I didn't know that you were supposed to hide stuff like this or people would think you were weird. And in my dream, Elton John was singing Rocket Man, right? My sister was pointing at the sky. Just don't laugh. Just stop laughing. You can't laugh.
Okay.
Elton John singing Rocket Man. My sister's pointing at the sky. There's like this huge explosion in the sky, right? And my sister goes, "It's not your fault. You couldn't have done anything." And Uncle Gary's like, "It's not your fault, Carrie. It's not your fault. It's not your fault." And I woke up. And so I'm like, what the hell is that dream? Oh, sorry for my language. I'm like, what the heck-a-decka is that dream, right? And when I went to school that day, during our science class, they show the video of it happening, and I'm sitting next to Martha at our lab table, and it explodes. And there you go. Was it a prophetic dream? Was it just a random coincidence? I will tell you that for months afterwards, people saw my sister at the grocery store, and they're like, "You're not dead." My sister got a new haircut just because of that.
That's the best part right there.
Yeah, my poor sister. Yeah. So that's just a random example of a weird
dream that might have come true.
Full of images that are weird. Fiona says there's seers in both sides of their family, maternal and paternal. One even had a book written with all their predictions. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. And that they needed a chart. Doug says he's going with sleep disorder. I'm not surprised by Doug. And Fiona said that she watched it live in their school library too. And I did stuff like that all the time when I was little. Like, they never really made super sense much. Like, I'd be like, "Oh, cousin Marky broke his arm." And then my mom would come in my room and be like, "Your cousin Mark broke his arm." And I'm like, "Yeah, I dreamt that my cousin Mark broke his arm." But is that a glitch in the matrix? Is that just
you were pretty super psychic.
What? I'm pretty what?
Pretty super psychic.
Oh, I don't know about that. But I did. All right, so I normally don't take a catalog of my dreams, right?
Yeah.
But when COVID started, because I had nothing else to do, I guess, I started this. Yeah, I called it the Pandemic Diaries, and I wrote down my dreams every morning. And I was quickly looking back at this before the podcast because I didn't have a lot of time today because I was busy swearing and listening to Shaun going, "I am the talent." But
it's been a rough day around here.
It's been a rough day for me.
Hard on me, hard. Like, you should have compassion.
Such a liar. He's such a liar. But I found this one thing where I was talking about 3 tornadoes turn into one, and a train goes honest, and no, I'm like, and Mike Staggs, who's our friend, singing the Love Train. There's always songs in my things for some reason. I'm like, and Mike Staggs is singing the Love Train and blah, blah, blah. And it turned out like on that next day, there was 3 tornadoes that had converged. And also a train that tipped over. And in my dream entry, I'm like, number 22, he's telling me to find number 22. And there were 22 people injured in the train thing. So I'm like, yeah, I can pull it up right now. Like, it's so weird and random. Yeah, but like.
But you don't share the stuff with me.
It's all in my Word document. And sometimes I tell our daughter Emmy more than I tell Shaun, like my weird dreams, because she's more into it.
Shows my status in this world, my place.
No, it just shows that I trust Emily more than you.
As the talent, I'm relegated to like 4th place.
You are. You're just a talent, man. You're just the bit of pretty in the podcast, honestly.
That's behind the human and 2 dogs.
So Fiona said it's not so much random for her. I think it's hypervigilance or awareness, and that you're just picking up on stuff. And then your subconscious kicks them upstairs in the form of dreams. And Fiona believes me. Thank you, Fiona. I should have married Fiona.
She's going to say whatever it takes to make you happy, baby.
And that's why I should have married Fiona.
You can't trust her.
I love Fiona.
Hey, why don't you tell us about one of your more interesting?
No, I wasn't going to talk about that actually, because that's too weird. I wasn't quite ready for that. Yeah,
it's not okay, but is that like a Be Brave Friday moment for you?
It's more of a Be Brave Friday moment, but a lot of times, I
feel like I could attest to those.
Okay, what do you want to do?
But not anyways. Not those stories, but you don't want to do them right now, so that's okay.
No, that's all right, because you're totally pushing me. So, it's fine. No, because I hate that. I hate when people, like, just do that, and then everybody else is like, what are they talking about? And it's annoying and not cool. So, basically, a lot of my time I have serial killer dreams. But usually I'm not me in these dreams, and I'm seeing through the eyes of other people. Yeah. There. I have weird dreams.
That's very, very vague. But I'll tell you that as her husband, she has told me stuff like right after we have awoken or in the middle of the night or whatever. And then a day or so later, she'll see stuff on the news that totally matches what she dreamt. So while she's very scared of it, I will say that I have no issue with it because I kind of verified it myself.
Yeah, they're not fun. They're not fun dreams. They're kind of freaky.
Babe, I didn't mean to make you bring you into this sad place or whatever.
Oh, it's okay. And then one time when I was in Apalachicola, Florida, is that where we were? We were staying at this inn.
I'm not sure when you were talking about.
One time we went on vacation, we went to Apalachicola, I think. And we were in...
Oh, yeah.
And we were in the bed and breakfast, and I had this really, really big dream about the guy who lived in the house and this meal he had made and a fire, and like I knew his wife's name, and I was just like blah 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 blah. I'm like, and he was from Maine and blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, whoa, that was a detailed weird dream. And then we went to the cemetery across the street, and there he was.
Oh yeah. So
I have some weird dreams. So I'm all right with the glitch in the matrix thing because I don't know how else to explain it.
Because you fit that profile, that's why.
I don't know. It's a little weird. I don't really talk about it a lot because people used to make fun of me as a grade. No, I never do. So that's why it's really hard to talk about it here, honestly.
I would say this is probably the first time you've ever spoken about it outside of me, right?
Yeah. And Emmy.
Right.
Our little baby girl.
So outside of the family.
Outside of family, but even in my family, only my mom. And my mom would do the same thing. Like, and Emily does the same thing. Like, Emily and I will both be like, in the morning, she'll be like, did you have any interesting dreams? On the phone, she'll ask. And I'll be like, yeah, I dreamt about, she's like, don't tell me yet. And then like we converge and tell each other our dreams. And like one time we both dreamt of my dead mom, her Nana, and how like she was standing on like a really beautiful place. And there was no reason for us to have both dreamt it the night before, and we did. Or we'll both dream of like ancient Greece, or we'll both dream of like random things. And it's intriguing how your mind works. Like, are you hooked up to people in your family? Are you hooked up to the Matrix? Is it all just totally rational and reasonable? And like, there's a beautiful explanation for it. Like, it's stunning. And I think Shaun allegedly did a little research on that, but I'm not sure anymore. Because it's been that kind of day.
Me neither. It has been that kind. I've been walking around here being all egotistical and big-headed, and you've been crapping on me all day about that. So it's been a different kind of day.
Doug asked how about playing devil's advocate, because he's Doug. What about the stuff that doesn't match? And I'd say, Doug, there's a ton of stuff that doesn't match. But when I wake up from a serial killer dream, or my mom is dead, or I'm the ghost of a inn owner in Apalachicola, Florida, totally different feeling for me in those dreams than the other dreams that I have. Like, I don't tell Shaun, oh, I had this dream where I was making out with a manatee. Like, because like, I know that's not that that's ever happened. But like, I know that
I'm sure it has. And it wouldn't bother me, okay? I can do a threesome with a manatee. I don't give a crap. I'm open.
But like, the whole point is,
as long as he's not bigger than me.
I have no idea about manatee genitalia, and I have never actually had a dream about making out with a manatee, just so y'all know. But like,
that's a lie.
It's not a lie.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You know it's a lie.
I do love me a manatee, but sadly, I have never had a dream where I got to mac on one. All right. So, anyways,
you mac on one almost every night. Oh wait, is that a manatee or a seal we sleep with?
It's a manatee. We have a stuffed manatee in our bed.
And you mac on it every night.
And every once in a while, Shaun has thought it was me, which is very embarrassing for Shaun.
Oh,
but
it's so soft, just like your skin, baby. I can't tell the difference. It screws me every night.
This is the worst podcast ever.
No. There's no free will, Fiona. What are you talking about? Carrie has no agency here. She's a manatee loving.
Someone needs to come rescue me. So Fiona said it's the one remaining interesting thing for me from Good Kinds books. That's very interesting, Fiona. I want to talk to you.
I don't know what Good Kinds books is.
Terry Goodkind. All right, so the branches of prophecy open. What? What's going on?
I said, I don't know what Good Kinds books is, and you said Terry Goodkind. What kind of explanation is that?
That's the name of the author, babe.
But
your geek cred is not.
That doesn't tell me crap about the books.
We don't have time right now for me to explain those books. All right, so anyways, Fiona said the branches of prophecy open and close as people involved make choices, and I think that's really interesting, actually. Dee said, I had a dream once that I was in a Walmart in Augusta and I was in the checkout and my aunt came and hugged me and I asked her if she was alive and she shook her head nope. And when I woke up, I found out that she had died. Dee, you know what? You and me, Dee.
I was
That's so amazing.
I think if anybody in the world, let's say any generic person that just doesn't think they're psychic at all. That's what I mean by generic. Like I don't even think about psychic crap. Like I'm not.
Oh my god!
But if they're gonna ever have a psychic moment, it's about a family death.
Yeah.
I think that is like the most powerful or common thing that anybody could dream about. That's as far as prophetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because it just.
It's the connection. It's the close connection. It really is. And I don't know that I've ever had a prophetic dream about somebody dying, but I've had dreams about people family members that recently died.
Yeah.
That were very powerful as far as being like lifelike.
Well, I think that is really interesting. Like, if you take the assumption that, mothers can feel when their children are hurt, or children can call out to their parents, like that connection, right? Like, why can't that happen in dreams as well? And my little adorable friend, Shaun Kelly Farrar. Shaun, hold on, wait, what's your new name?
The Talent.
Shaun the Talent Farrar. Like,
Thank you, baby.
You got a long line of Irish and Scottish in you, and you've got a lot of psychicness, I think, would be good. Or maybe you can just read people. Who knows?
Where's my name banner? I want it.
I can't do that for you.
Shaun
right
the
now,
Talent Farrar. All right, work on it. Work on it for next week, okay?
Yeah, because all I do is the work, and he gets all the glory. He just steps in.
Wait. Go back to Doug's comment. Don't skip over that.
Doug's comment was, a good manatee is hard to find.
And I say a hard manatee is better to find.
It's hard to
according
find.
To Carrie.
Ooh. It's like a Fergal Sharkey song from the 80s. You remember the good heart is hard to find?
Did you totally just ignore what I said?
Damn right. That's why I'm married to you. Okay, so Cheryl bringing us down, but it's very true, is that the manatees are starving to death. And I can't handle that, Cheryl, so we're moving on. And
Carrie absolutely loves manatees. If we could live on the Crystal River in Florida in a nice palatial mansion, that would be her dream home.
I would. If I could hang out with manatees every day, whoo, it would be heaven. My amazing, adorable, brilliant, beautiful cousin, Ms. Hunter, says, LMAO, your skin is soft like a manatee. Thank you for letting me jump on live. I love her. I love you, cuz. All right. And Fiona said, there are psychics and there are generics. Catch up, Carrie. I know. I'm very, very slow, Fiona. And then she said, my dad sat bolt upright in bed once and told my mom that an old lady in his village had died. 3 weeks later, they got a letter from Scotland that she had passed away. Doesn't surprise me.
No, because that's the Scottish gene right there, right?
Yeah,
and last said I had.
Yes, and last week we were talking about how Scottish I was to Fiona, I think, and it turns out I had lied. I'm 13% Scottish.
What?
According to Ancestry.com. Yeah, I'm wicked Scottish.
Almost as much as me, isn't it? What am I?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look for you. Hey, baby, why don't you do that thing that you're supposed to do right now about your childhood?
Dance.
It's a very important day right now. Shaun is 39% Scottish.
39.
39% Scottish. Yeah.
I was gonna do that at the end, by the way, baby.
Oh, all right. You out-Scotted me.
I can play the bagpipes like a motherfucker. Oh, sorry.
You didn't say the whole thing. All right. Dee said, I felt like it was her way of telling me goodbye since I couldn't be there when she did. Dee, that's really beautiful, actually. And I bet it was. That's very cool.
Oh, I agree. Like I said, death is like the biggest transmitter.
It is. Steve Waddell, my co-author, said I'm cussing like a sailor tonight, and I feel judged.
You feel judged? It's awesome. I love it. I've been training you for so many years to be like this, baby.
It's fun. It worked out. Anyways, babe, what research did you do about psychic prophetic dreams versus sleep disorders? Didn't you
none
print something else on the computer? And
I did, but it was just about dreams in general. And now I've had so much fun, I've forgotten everything. Seriously.
Have you ever had what someone might call a psychic dream?
Yeah.
When you were a little boy in Florida, did you ever dream of a New Hampshire girl that you would grow up and love?
Yeah, we made love all the time.
No, I said love. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I said, yeah. There was this little girl from New Hampshire, and we were like macking
That sounds
all the time.
creepy. We were both young in your dreams. Did you
She
not
was
dream
over-
of me?
She was over 18.
Did you not dream of me as a child?
Fresh out of high school. What?
Did you not dream of me as a child?
That's as child as it gets legally, baby.
No, when you're both. Oh.
As a child,
Yeah.
honest to God, I can't remember what I dreamed about as a child.
Well, you don't remember your dreams now, really.
I remember. No, I don't. When I wake up in the morning, I can't remember dreaming at all. I can remember some dreams from the past.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I remember, okay, not details, but I remember that when I was 13 and my Uncle Wyatt died, and he was very young, like 20-something. After that, I had a dream about him, like he was there. You know, it was like the revisit type of dream, and it was so vivid and realistic. You know, like I don't remember the details of what it was about, but
yeah,
it was to me at the time like an earth-shaking dream. Like, what the hell?
Really?
Did he just come and talk to me? You know what I mean? Yeah. Exactly.
Man, that's interesting.
Well, that part of my research was that dreams apparently, obviously, they don't. You gotta read that out loud, baby.
I don't want to read that out loud.
You can't just.
So John Bell just said we didn't have to dream. We had college girls from all over the USA coming right to our city beach, Florida.
And that's a true statement.
Florida.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Yes.
One of the first times for me personally, I'm not going to
know
swear.
this?
I'm not going to swear.
Married?
No, wait. I'm not going to swear it was for John, but I think it was. One of the first times we cruised down the strip during spring break. In
What's the strip?
The Fort Lauderdale strip on the beach where spring break happened.
Okay.
Like they set up barricades to block the traffic from the pedestrian traffic. And if you walked on the if you walked on the side of the pedestrian traffic, it was like sticky from all the like booze and vomit and stuff.
Oh, that's nasty.
We were cruising down the strip, and we were in my mom's Cavalier station wagon with my younger brother's car seat in the back seat.
Josh's car seat?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's 13 years younger than me. So we're just driving down there dreaming of what could be if we were really cool. But that changed quickly. How
did it change quickly?
Because then we got really cool. We ditched the station wagon in the car seat.
Well, Fiona asked, can one actually cruise in a station wagon? I'll say that my bestie. Maybe
it was, yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, you go.
I was going to say maybe it was more of a drive-by.
My bestie Jackie Shriver and we used to cruise around in her red Ford Mustang. That's a car, right? It was a hatchback.
It's a car, but it's a very variable car. Like you could be talking about something that's not cool at all.
It probably wasn't cool because we also played the Phantom of the Opera soundtrack really loudly and made fun of it while we were cruising a lot. But we never had a problem.
That attracts the guys like crazy.
Dude, we had no problems. Jackie was a hottie. Jackie
So
was a
are you.
hottie. No,
So
Jackie
are
was
you.
a hottie. Dee said that she read John Bell's comment in a Matthew McConaughey voice because of Dazed and Confused. I'm gonna tell you, Dee, that I haven't met John Bell in real life yet. Soon. But like Shaun, as you know, Dee, is going all right.
That's because
All
she
over
sent
the
me
top.
my card. It's
No,
all
she
her
knows
fault.
you. Yeah.
All right.
It's that Florida boy. It's the Florida boy thing.
I do it because it drives her nuts.
That's driving me nuts. I don't know why, and this is a no way in offense to Matthew McConaughey, who I'm sure is a lovely human being, but I always imagine he has BO. Like wicked BO. And like, so when I hear Shaun go, all right, I think BO, and it grosses me out. Maybe that's psychic. Maybe he does have BO.
And the truth is,
what?
Shaun doesn't.
No, Shaun doesn't. Shaun is not a person. He has very good genes, and you all can know this because in real life you probably won't be able to smell him. But when he hugs you, because he's so tall, your nose is usually in his armpit. So fortunately,
I don't smell.
He doesn't smell. Like he doesn't have the BO gene.
All right.
He doesn't have a lot of hair on his body either. But like, and I don't know if those are correlated, but he doesn't
shave.
No, you don't shave your body.
No.
Did you ever do that? Were you ever a swimmer and you're just like...
I was never a swimmer. God, I would have quit because that's too much work. Jesus Christ.
You're taking the Lord's name in vain and you were making fun of me before. All right, so Doug Marshall
I didn't drop the F-bomb.
Whatever. It was before the podcast had officially started.
No, it wasn't.
Somebody's going to report us to Facebook and we're going to get so much trouble.
I don't care.
I know you don't care because you don't have a brand, but I care. All right, so Doug Marshall said, I had a friend whose middle name was Farrar, and he said it was a family name. Maybe your friend is related to Shaun. Was he very, very, very tall? Did he not have body odor? Maybe they're related. Maybe Shaun will dream a psychic dream about him at some point. Maybe. And then Doug says, I can only remember a dream once. It gets erased during playback. I think that happens a lot for people.
That's part of the dream issue, according to scientists.
Yeah. Really? Can you tell us about that, babe?
Can you actually cruise in a station wagon?
Babe, tell us about the dream thing.
Doesn't mean you'll catch anything, but you can cruise. What?
Trying to rein in the talent here. Babe.
What?
You just said, before you went on the tangent, that scientists say that you often can only remember a dream once. Can you tell us more about that?
Once? No. No, what I said was, what I meant, regardless of what I said, disclaimer, was that it says that they're not quite sure where your dreams are stored in your brain, and it might be a normally inaccessible spot.
Ooh, interesting.
So that's the kind of the rationale behind like dream diaries. Like you wake up from a dream, just write it down because you may not ever access it fully again.
Yeah.
Or it could be stored in that spot and brought forward again by a certain event, like in your day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something that triggers that, and your brain's like, oh, and spits it out.
When I was looking at my pandemic diaries, there's like 51 pages, like of me just telling my dreams in paragraph form.
There'd be another 51 pages if I wrote down everything you mumbled while you sleep, probably.
Probably. I have really complicated mumbles where I like tell Shaun his name is different, and like I don't remember any of them because I'm mumbling in my sleep, I guess. But like, Like his name will be William, his name will be John. I'll be like, save the dogs are barking, the children are hiding in the basement, like the house is on fire. Like I have these really complicated, intricate.
You sure do.
Yeah. Anyways,
more
importantly, Fiona said I looked it up, and Fiona said I looked it up, and he, Matthew McConaughey, hasn't worn deodorant in 20 years. I'm just saying.
I thought she was talking about me.
No.
How would that be out? Because I wear deodorant every day. It's called Wolfthorn by.
It's called Wolfthorn.
But who's the manufacturer? Old Spice.
Yeah.
If you want to help
product
us out,
placement.
Send me some Wolfthorn by Old Spice.
We don't have to pay them.
I'm almost out. But I need it to be antiperspirant, not just deodorant, because deodorant just covers the scent. Antiperspirant helps block the actual bacteria that cause the scent.
You rarely have the scent. And bizarrely, all right, here, let's talk about our personal cleanliness. I often don't smell either. Like I usually don't smell.
And I only shower like twice a week.
He's like, and we both have very strange earwax. So there you go. We have weird earwax, and we don't really smell.
Wait! Carrie is revealing a public previous to this public secret. Because now it's going to be public.
Talked about it. We've talked
Carrie
about it.
Carrie has an earwax obsession.
I really do. I don't like it. I don't want it in anyone I love's ears.
We are the most important supporter of Q-tips in the world. Nationwide, we buy the most right here in this single household.
You're such a liar. Anyways, moving on. Fiona said there's a thing where they did a study and were repulsed by the smell of sweat that's too closely genetically close to us.
Well,
which explains about my Nana. My Nana in the back of the car had like the worst BO ever. Everybody talked about it.
Put her in the back of the car.
And she'd always
never reaches the back of the car.
Yeah, and my Nana was a very thin, and very strong. Like she grew up on a farm, tall lady. Like she was 5'11" in a time when women really weren't 5'11", right? And she would always put her arm up over the back of the seat, and I was a little kid, and I was always stuck there, and my head would be right in her armpit.
That's because her arm was over the back of the seat.
It was nasty. Like we'd have these like long car rides to Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire, and no air conditioning, and just the windows open. And I swear, like the wind from the windows would be like blowing the smell into my. I love my Nana. God bless her soul. She lived to 100, but like she had some pit issues in the back of our car. And thankfully, apparently, Shaun and I are not genetically close, and I'm okay with his lack of smell. Or I just don't smell it, man. I just don't smell it.
I can't smell Carrie for anything but.
So there you go. We don't even have smelly feet.
No,
our children may, but we don't, which is a little weird.
One does, and one's yet to be determined. Really.
Oh, one definitely does. Both of them definitely do. Yeah, there is no yet to be determined.
Well, there does, because he doesn't wear shoes often enough.
Dude, she doesn't have to wear shoes. It still smells. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Right.
Fiona asked if I would ever use those as writing ideas, but I'm not sure what those is referring to anymore because we've gone down such a hole. Oh, maybe my dreams?
It doesn't matter because she uses everything as writing ideas. I'll tell you that right now.
And you know what Fiona said that North Americans are obsessed with showering. I think that's really absolutely true. And I also think it's ridiculous that Shaun and I are like, put the deodorant on every day when we don't smell. It's like this, you know how we had that podcast about the weird habits people do? Like that's weird. Like we're wasting all this money on deodorant when we don't need it, but we're like culturally acclimated to use deodorant. Believe? How did this go from psychic dreams to deodorant?
Do you believe that I put deodorant on every day?
You don't? Do you
Oh, no,
forget all
I
the time?
do. You
Oh.
keep believing that, baby. I put on, even though I only shower once a week, I put deodorant on every
You do not
day.
shower.
You know what? I used to think old people were nasty for not showering every day, but now I'm like enjoying it. I'm like, holy crap, this is the life.
Yeah.
Once every fourth or fifth day. Heck yeah.
Yeah. Dee said maybe you were an EMT or audiologist in a past life, Carrie. LOL. Dee, I think that's way above my station in life. Let me tell you a story very quickly. In Rotary International, when I was a public, what was I? A public image coordinator.
Yes,
I got
ma'am.
to, for half of Canada and parts of the US, I got to train and interact with a lot of people from all around the world, right? And there was a couple guys from India who were constantly looking at me funny. And they're like, why do you sit like that? And I'm like, it's just comfortable. And they're like, we've never seen a North American sit the way you do. That's how we sit in India. And I'd be like, oh, that's weird. And they'd be like, do you believe in reincarnation? And I'd be like, I don't know. And they'd be like, well, we think you're probably, in our country in a past life. And then I found out that there were these people in India who just like were on the side of the street and their job was to clean other people's ears. And I'm pretty friggin' positive that if there is reincarnation, that was definitely my job.
Carrie.
Like, it was so much hobby. Like, and sadly, I don't think they made what an ENT or audiologist made. And but I think that was me.
I just assume it's like
it's true, Shaun.
Every third night, it's like she ties me to the bed and she's cleaning
Give
my
me your
ears.
ear. Give me your ear now.
She's got her cell phone flashlight on and latex gloves and freaking Q-tips like you think you get a COVID test with. And she's like, this won't hurt. Oh, don't. Oh, this one might hurt. Hold on. And then I'm like, and then nothing has changed.
You're so hyped. There's like so much drama going on. Dee had a teacher who didn't use deodorant and she used a rock. And I really want to know more about the teacher who used a rock for deodorant. And she tried to get us to use a rock. It was weird. LOL, says Dee. And I want to know more about that.
It had to have been a lava rock,
I don't know.
Like in the 80s, the lava rocks were big. And they were just literally lava rocks. But they're from Earth. It's not like they're from space. But
Fiona said that my ear thing is a weird kink, but okay, smiley face is not a kink. It's just a nurturing thing.
It is because every time she does it, she wants to freaking do it like rabbit. What?
You're such a liar. Why do you have to lie like that?
Because it's who I am.
Lying liar who lies. Doug Marshall, another potential lying liar who lies that I love, said, I use deodorant every week, whether I need it or not. Doug.
I'm on board. I use it every time I get out of the shower, so that's at least once a week.
Doug also said, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I'll return them clean.
That sums up Carrie perfectly. She exactly would. She cleans our dog's ears. And
that has to happen. I hate it.
You don't hate it. You love it.
I do. No, I hate it. It's gross and it's smelly. Okay, we're moving on.
Okay.
To psychic dreams.
No, there's no more dreams left in this podcast.
Come on.
It's nightmares.
You're so mean. Can I just tell you? All right, let me just bring it back around because this is what our podcast is supposed to be about. Sigh. All right, so this guy named Stanley Krippner has a lovely... Are you going to let me talk about it?
I'm laughing silently. Talk.
Okay. So he said, and again, notes in the podcast notes, whatever. Dreams and visions are, in a sense, experiences occupying two opposing sides of a spectrum. According to Wikipedia, the visionary state is achieved via meditation, right? Drugs, lucid dreams, daydreams, or art. For as long as human beings have kept records of their experiences, they have described extraordinary occurrences, reveries in which they appeared to receive the thoughts of another person, dreams in which they seemed to become aware of the faraway events, rituals in which future happenings were supposedly predicted, and mental processes that were said to produce direct action on distant physical objects. And I just think that's kind of interesting, right?
It is.
Yeah.
But
what? Earwax?
Here's what I have to say. No. Like your stuff that has proven itself to be true via the media after you dreamed it.
Yeah.
You weren't under the influence of anything.
No.
No.
The influence of my own weird earwax obsessed self.
Well, that's a lot of influence, but regardless of that, you weren't under the influence of anything.
No, I just have weird dreams. And Doug's question earlier was really important.
Yeah.
And that he was like, how do you know that you're not just making sense of it afterwards? And I can't tell you for sure that I'm not just making sense of it afterwards. But every once in a while, like the details are just so crisp that it's easy to relate to someone like Shaun or Emmy. And to me, in my brain, those dreams are really very different from my regular normal dreams, you know?
And that's the scientific dilemma. Like,
yeah.
What are your dreams? If you try to break it down, like memories versus
images.
Right.
Yeah.
and how much is the mixing of real life stuff versus what you think you dreamed, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm doing a horrible job because I'm not a great mental place, but
baby, you're the talent. You never do a horrible job, sweetie.
I know. I get my lines right on every take. Pretty soon I'll have a Lincoln car commercial out.
God.
All right.
You just drive with one hand, cruising down the road with a really nice filter on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Running for Texas political person. Yeah.
Did you see that Bigfoot in the middle of the road? Look at that. I didn't even hit it.
Yeah, that'll be you. So we're almost out of time, baby. Did you want to do something special for someone special from your past?
What? I'm just kidding. I had to say that just to see you react. Just to see you react to it. What's Fiona got to say? What does Fiona got to say?
Fiona says that we've reminded her that she needs to order mugwort because it's supposed to be a dream aid. I don't need that. And it's well known to witches for its ability to strengthen intuition, bring prophetic dreams, and aid in astral travel. That'd be
Fiona, send me that link, would you?
Yeah, he needs that.
I need to get a little bit of that.
I'm a little worried about where you'd go. And Dee said, don't forget to bring a bag of Doritos in the car if you're going to be Matthew McConaughey in a Lincoln commercial.
It doesn't matter who you are. You nailed it, Dee. A bag of Doritos in the car with Carrie is like, yeah, you got it. We could drive all night.
I'm a very healthy person.
I don't want any of those. Oh, that's one. That's two. Oh, that's the whole bag. Good job, baby.
I have a thing for Doritos. One of my best friends when I was a kid, her name's Debbie Muir, and Debbie Muir and I had the best time in 4th grade, best year I've ever had. because I was a total tomboy with Debbie, and we'd ride dirt bikes and go off the jumps, and we'd watch horror movies on Saturday mornings and eat entire bags of Doritos and like 6-packs of Pepsi. And it was heaven at Debbie's house, man. Like, it was heaven.
Heck yeah, it was.
Heck yeah. It wasn't like, it was amazing. Like, dirt bikes, kids everywhere, woods, looking for Bigfoot, watching like giant spiders eat Tokyo. It was fantastic.
Okay. You finally got me. I think you brought me to that point.
All right.
No. What you've been trying to get me to do all night.
Okay, you there? Are you ready?
No, you got me to that point with your description of Debbie Muir.
Okay.
Because I want to wish, and while it might be a little bit belated, a happy birthday to my friend John Bell's mother, Diane Bell. And not only do I want to wish her a happy birthday, I want to make sure she knows what an important role she played in the community of young adults and teenagers during my generation. Because she was the house in the neighborhood where everybody hung out.
Aww.
And she would come home from working hard for 8 hours at whatever job she had at the time. And she'd walk in the house, and the first things out of her mouth would be some cuss word.
Oh, yay, her!
A whole string of them, because we had done something bad.
Oh,
but
no.
her resilience and her ability to be the neighborhood mom taught us, in the end, it taught us respect. And it taught us that it doesn't matter if John Bell caught the dining room table on fire or blew a hole in the living room carpet with an M80. She was going to be mad at us for a minute. But she would show us that even though she was angry, she still loved us.
Aww.
And as the neighborhood mom in any neighborhood, you play an important role in the development of the children. As long as your anger is, directed and brief, and you're not abusive, and she never was. She was fantastic, and she had put up with a lot of crap. She put up with a lot of shit.
Johnny!
And I appreciate her for that. So, Diane Bell, happy birthday.
You made me cry for our happy birthday, Mrs. Bell. Thanks for being a part of making Shawnee the amazing goof that he is today.
No, truly, that's true.
Aww, man, you made everybody cry, Shaun. That's why you're the talent. That's why you're the talent. Oh,
but it's so true. It's just so true.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Bell.
I can remember her a dozen times walking through her front door after coming home from work and just going off on us.
You all deserved it, I'm sure, if you set the dining room table on fire.
I'm sure it was just his hand and the table. But it was a stupid trick. He didn't get hurt. But it's really the cornerstone of American developmentalism. This is the neighborhood mom.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mrs. Bell. Yeah, for being Shaun's neighborhood mom. Yeah. And you know what? That's pretty awesome. And I'm crying. So we have to end now.
All right, baby.
To all you neighborhood moms out there, thank you for developing those beautiful kids.
And to all you people that tuned in tonight, thank you so much.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Sorry we went off on so many tangents and didn't really talk about psychic dreams.
Dreams?
What are those? Yeah, B.O. We'll talk about that. But
I honestly don't have them anymore.
That's because you're living your dream right now, baby, right? Right?
Being married
right.
to you, baby. You're
Yeah,
right.
there you go. There you go.
That is my dream. Thank you for the sit-up. That's all I ever dreamed of and all I ever lived. All I ever lived for, honey.
And you dreamed of me despite those college girls in Fort Lauderdale, right? You're like, there's a girl waiting out there for me. Her name is Carrie and she's goofy. And
you were the college girl.
Thank you all so much. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thanks for hanging out with us again.
Thank you for listening to Loving the Strange. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And remember, embrace the strange. New episodes every Saturday, live streaming Fridays. Go get your strange on, friends. Thanks for listening.